welcome back to episode 4 of Mike and Eli Take On. I'm Eli, that's Mike. This is our show where we...
this is Margot.
That's Margot. This is a show where we take on topics in our own fashion. We essentially just talk about whatever comes to our mind and hope people enjoy listening to us. Yeah, that's about right. You have nothing to say to this.
I don't care what other people hope for.
Alright, so today I think we're actually going to stick to one topic because we want to keep it a little bit more concise for you guys. Today my topic is brushes with death. Oh, that's an interesting one, huh?
Brushes with death.
Brushes with death.
We're not talking about like literal, like you'd like brush your hair with some sort of death.
With like
or
smallpox.
It has death in it, yeah.
Well, I don't brush my hair with smallpox.
Okay. Well,
I thought about it countless times.
What about a brush that contains smallpox? Or some sort of like really spiky bristles that at the end is dipped in some sort of poison and then...
Like aspartame?
Like aspartame.
I'm actually going to talk about close encounters with, oh my god, I could have been seriously injured. Mm-hmm. And maybe you have anecdotes that you can talk about as well.
Okay.
I don't know, but I figured I'd just bring it up.
Yeah, why not?
So anyways, the first one is for me when I was a kid. I would say probably around like 11. I lived next to a park, and I was playing with my friend during the winter, and we were running across the creek, and I fell through the ice.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, luckily, I mean, that sounds really bad.
How deep is this ice?
Well, no, it was deep enough, but I actually was able to catch myself. But so it was like waist deep.
Oh, waist deep.
Yeah, but
waist deep for like a child.
Yeah, well, you know, at 11.
At your age.
But no, it was deeper than that, but that's how far I got before I was able to grab myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
it was probably a little deeper, but not too much deeper. It was really, really cold though.
Really?
Yeah, I mean that might be
me.
surprising, but it came back. I mean, at first the shock, you don't notice it, but then when I had to walk, you know, like the 8 blocks home.
Yeah, I bet that might have been.
That was really rough. Yeah. There's that, and then of course the one that you're aware of, where that deer tried to kill me outside the Des Moines airport. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay, that's not the one you're thinking of with me?
Well, I mean, it tried to kill you, but I mean, as far as like near-death experiences, I'm thinking of something else when you were hospitalized, and like, had you not been hospitalized like that day, like maybe a day later. Yeah,
that could have been, yes.
You want to tell the world about that one, Eli?
Do I want to tell the world about that one?
I mean,
we're just bearing all
when
here.
you say the world, I mean like the 4 people who watch this.
Yeah, luckily, sometime if anyone gets, if this ever actually gets popular, people go back, this could come off a little gross. All right, so yeah, I will tell the story. This is a whole new level.
Hold on. All right, go ahead.
All right, so anyways. Back in 2004, maybe it was like 2005. 2005.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, back in 2005.
Okay.
I developed a massive bacterial infection.
Where was this infection?
My right testicle.
Oh, your right testicle. All right.
Yeah, and I just noticed it one day. I thought I just sat on it wrong. I was like. Man, this is really, really hurt. I was like, what did I do? You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you just sit on it wrong.
Every time you tell this story, I end up crossing my legs. Just like...
You know, you just sit on it wrong sometimes. You're like, oh man, what did I do? Did I twist it? What's going on?
You know, I've never sat on it wrong, but sometimes I'll have something on my pants and I'm brushing it off and things. I just go. But yeah. I mean, well, it's a ginger subject and a ginger area, so
yeah.
All right.
So, anyways, the pain wasn't going away, and I was like, man, this is rough. And me being a guy, albeit a stupid guy, I was like, well, this isn't gonna be anything bad. I just gotta walk this off or lay down a little bit.
I don't know. I think that's a typical guy response.
Yeah. So I laid down and I woke up and it hurt worse. Man, this is terrible. and I felt down there. I'm like, this feels swollen. What the heck is going on? I was like, man, I gotta ice pack this. So I ice packed it. which isn't comfortable anyways. But I ice packed it, like, all right, well, something's going on. Maybe I'll take some anti-inflammatories, whatever. And it just was not getting better. It wasn't getting better. I'm like, what is going on? This is just unbelievable. And I was like, I finally went to bed, and I woke up the next day, and it was swollen even more. I mean, and the thing is, I'm talking like...
Like, or we had a golf ball at this point in time?
No, I'm talking about it was swollen like you know, maybe like an orange.
An orange?
Yeah.
Right. Are we talking about like a clementine, or?
No, I'm talking about like a really large orange, maybe even a small grapefruit.
Okay.
It was suddenly massive, and yeah, I hope you guys are. Don't turn this off because it gets better. And it was rock hard. And I was like, oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Something's wrong. And yeah, it was one of those, like, I was in tears. It hurt so bad. And I did what other guys do. I went online. I was like, gotta figure out what's going on with me. And nothing was helping me. Nothing was helping me. And finally, after a couple days of just sitting with this,
I'm amazed you couldn't find anything online about this. I mean, I guess it was 2004.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit too, but after a couple days of sitting through this, I'm like, all right, I gotta go to the hospital, and I went to the ER because it was at night. But when I woke up, and I couldn't take it anymore, and they had to call in. They had to call in some doctors to take a look at it. Well, actually, the first thing they did is they're like, oh, you take a urine test. I'm like, all right, well, that's fine, I'll do that. You know, I wait here, and I took a urine test, and they were like, hey, you have your urine is like completely full of pus. Like, that's great. Like that's fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
pussy urine.
This episode's going on a whole new level on everything else.
I like it.
And they had to call some specialists, like, we're going to have to ultrasound you. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, we're going to have to ultrasound down there. Like, all right. Wasn't really looking forward to it, but like, at this point, I will do anything that you want. And so they after sitting there a while, they brought in the specialist came in, and the doctor and the nurse, female nurse, male doctor, proceeded to ultrasound my nether regions. Yep. They were like, okay, well, this is normal. This one obviously abnormal. It's kind of massive. Let's just stick a machine and just
kind of massive.
Let's just stick a machine and just kind of go over this and see what it looks like. So, not surprising to them. I guess maybe for me, I was a little surprised by it. But at that point, I knew something was going on. They're like, oh, well, you have a massive bacterial infection on your testicle, and they were like, and you can't leave. And I was like, well, why not? And like, well, because if you would have waited one more day, you would have lost this testicle, and it probably would have spread to everything else down there. And then I proceeded to cry like a little baby. Because suddenly I was like, why am I so stupid? I'm going to lose my manhood. And I mean, a little bit more serious than that, but that was the reaction essentially. So then I stayed in the hospital. I had a nice 3-day stay, and they had to pump me with like the strongest antibiotics they possibly had. And luckily, and the best part of all of this was, we have a nursing school right next to the hospital where this happened at, and they were like, hey, you know what? This is a really rare thing.
It's a special case.
Yeah, this is a special thing. Can we bring all of the nurses in and to look at it? I'm like, like, I don't care, whatever. So they proceeded to bring in probably 2 to 3 classes, probably like 60 students, and they pulled down my pants for all of them to look at my...
I hope they pulled down your pants. Were you wearing pants or just like
a gown, whatever. Okay. But they pulled up my gown and they're like, hey guys, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Poke it if you want to.
And they're like, look at the size and look how hard it is. I'm like, this is the most mortifying moment of my entire life. But luckily, you know, that kind of sets you up to not be embarrassed about anything after that. Because at that point, when tons of people have seen your nether region in not the best of shape, you kind of look at life a little differently. You're like, you know, I'm not going to be embarrassed when I trip on the sidewalk. It's no big deal because a bunch of nurses saw my junk. That was kind of my brush with that, because it actually could have been close.
I love that story.
Yeah,
I love that story so much.
I know that kind of rambled on a little bit. Do you have anything to add to it?
To the story?
Do you have any brushes with that?
You know, I do, but it really pales in comparison. I got hit by a truck once.
Oh yeah,
but I'm not going to tell the story because it's nothing like Eli's, and I mean, I've never had a really great medical anomaly happen to me like that. And
yeah, that's a great one. I would actually go as far as to say that's probably the best medical anomaly any man can have.
Have you seen the TLC? It's called something like My 350-Pound Testicle or something. No. Oh, it's great. I have it DVR'd. He carries it around. Well, he got it cut off finally, but like he carries it around on.
On a wheelbarrow?
Yeah, sort of. He has to like cradle it in like a sweatshirt. Like he has its own sweatshirt that he zips up around it, and he actually literally eats his meals off it. He uses it. He puts a milk crate underneath it, and then sets that on top, and then just, I mean, you see, they just show him like cutting his food and stuff, like right off of his giant testicle.
Well, now you guys know. Now you guys have seen.
I don't know what you know.
Yeah, I don't know what you know, but honestly, if we haven't alienated you by now, if you haven't turned this off by now, then you'll probably enjoy what else we have to say later on.
Yeah.
Because this is apparently now we're opening up, and Mike and I have some really good other stories for later dates that we will be happy to share with you. But anyways, that's it for today, our one topic. I know we kind of went on a little bit, but anyways, as always, if you do like this, please like it, and share it, and comment on it, and tell us about your weird medical anomalies, because everyone loves a good weird medical anomaly. And I'll tell you what, if it's really, really embarrassing, it's worth telling us a story.